All right, well, now that we've got our rover and brushless sensored motor installed in our Defender, I just wanted to take it one more step down the road of reality, because you see for the videos I do, I kind of like to get that whole scale look and feel as we're going through the forest or crawling the rocks. And so what I did is I purchased one of these little Meus Racing sound cards for the thing, or speaker system, whatever you want to call it. And I want to show you what I did to install that in the Defender here, because I've had a few people ask about that with some specific questions. So let's dive in. I'll just take a few minutes and run you through how I did this and what you need to get in your hands if you want to put one of these in. All right, this is all it is. It's basically this little box right here. We've got this little button over here. It's got the 3 dots under it. This is kind of our menu thing, and then we have plus and minus buttons. We're going to use that when we're deciding which sound we want. So we're going to press this and hold it, and that's going to cycle through the various different things. We can choose different motor sounds. We can choose how we want the thing to respond when we let off the throttle, whether we want a brake sound, an exhaust gas dump like a turbo wastegate dump or whatever. So we'll come back to those in a minute. I'll kind of walk you through some of that, but I just wanted to give you the specs first. So basically, if we measure this thing, we're about 30 millimeters wide, and at the longest we're about 40 long, and at the tallest basically we're looking at about 21 millimeters, and the weight in grams is basically about 34 grams. Okay, so that's the specs for the thing. Now I have put this piece of zip strip on here to tie up the battery cable. You could have this thing plugged into a dedicated battery if you want. However, you do have on your connector here, you've got hot and ground, and along with your signal wire, so it's not absolutely necessary to have a separate battery for this. I've seen a couple people do videos where they did strap another battery in to give it its own dedicated battery, but I will just tell you it'll work without it. So let me show you where I decided to put mine in the Defender here. I just put a piece of Velcro right up to the top here, and I use this Velcro strip a fair amount, this stuff, and I've just cut a little chunk here. I also had added these extra lights to the Defender. I got to sort those out because they're not working right now with my Endura rover and motor setup. But basically what I do, I'm just Velcroing this to the inside of the tub back up here in the middle, and fits just fine in there. And then I just kind of tie all my cables up with this piece of Velcro, so it's all nice and tidy. Okay, but for right now we're going to take that out of here because I'm going to show you how it works, and we're not going to have the body on for a minute, so I can just show you walking through this thing. So you are going to need a splitter cable. Now I happen to get this Traxxas one here, but I think all the splitter cables are basically the same. So with all these cables, you know, you basically have a ground wire, a hot wire, and a signal wire, and this is just male on one end and 2 females on the other end. And then the Traxxas kit, they send you a couple more of the little zip strips. So I've got one in here now. I'm going to lift the camera up just a little bit so we get a little better view here, so stand by. All right, so now we can see that a little better. So I've got my Endura rover and brushless sensored motor in here, and normally it's going to go into port 2 on our receiver. So you can see on port 2 I've got my splitter cable in there, and one of these cables is going over to my factory cable that came from the Endura motor, and the other one is going to get our receiver plugged in here, our sound generator. Okay, so plug this guy in, and I'll turn on my transmitter so that my car doesn't freak out because it has no transmitter on it. And then I think I mentioned this when I put the brushless motor in, but it comes with its own power switch. So I'm going to turn it on. And you probably heard we got a little beep out of this thing. So now I'm just going to show you, set it up on a box here. I'm just going to show you how I currently have it set, okay? So this is the configuration that I prefer, and your taste may vary, so this is just what I did. So let's start it up. And basically you just do that by touching the throttle a little bit. And this engine sound I've chosen is the big heavy V8 with a cam in it sounds like. But now as we start to give the, oops, I waited too long. If you wait too long without doing anything, it will shut itself off. The engine will. So we're going to start it again. And now as I give it some throttle, I think my drive shaft's hitting the box there, but you can see we're going along with the thing. Okay. Now, if I want to turn it up, it will go quite loud. And it will go down to where you can barely hear it. We're going to kind of settle for somewhere in the middle there. But now, if I press and hold this guy for 3 seconds,
engine sound,
we'll change to different engine sounds, and then I can press plus and minus to get different engine sounds. So there's a more of a diesel engine. We were on number 7, by the way. Kind of another 10. Big diesel.
9, 8, 7, 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So there you have it. That's the basics of programming this thing. When it is turned on, this button right here is also what you use if you hold it down for 3 seconds and you go into the engine mode thing and it says engine sounds, and then you keep holding it down, and after like 6 seconds it comes up and says brake sound or exhaust sound. I forget which one comes first, but if you out of the box, you'll find that if you jump on the throttle and you hold it on, when you let off, you'll get this big whoosh sound like you had a big turbocharger wastegate dumping a bunch of air out. And then by default, when you put it in reverse, the first thing it will do when you back up is it will make it sound like squealing tires. I didn't want either one of those. it was simple enough to just keep holding the button until I got to that specific thing. There's like 3 different menu options you can cycle through. And when you get to those sounds, you just turn them on or off and hit the minus sign and they shut off and it says it's off, and then you don't have that. So that's what I did. Also, when you are powered up, if you press this button once, you'll switch into Bluetooth mode, and then you can link this thing to your phone and you can play your music through the speaker. I'm not sure why you'd do that, but I guess maybe somebody would want to do that. But if you did, that's all you do, and then you press it again and it switches back to engine sound. So that's really all there is to it. It's really a straightforward installation, and as about as plug and play as anything gets with this stuff. So just thought I'd share that with you and show you what it takes to add some sound to these things. When you get into the TRX4 version, looks like there's a company that makes a little bigger one that's kind of got a speaker on both ends of a rectangular box that's made to go up on the back on kind of the body mounting platform here for your TX4 or your big 1/10 scale things. So that's not what I have. I've only got 1/18 scale, or 1/18. So yeah, there you go. But we can make it make sound. Also, just briefly, what do you guys think of these red center caps here? I've got my red T-reel or T-reel, however you say them, high clearance control arms here, and I've got my red differential covers, and I've got my red tow hooks, D-ring tow hooks here, D-rings basically. And so I was kind of trying to stick with just having the little bits of red, but I don't know, the jury's out on these guys with me. The standard ones that came with these beadlocks were black. So what do you think? Leave me a comment. Do you think the red looks okay, or should I go back to the black? If you look at a couple of my videos after I put these tires on, almost all of them that you'll see before I put this video up, you'll see the black center hubs in there. So I'm undecided about whether or not I like the red there, but I like everything else. So I like these upper control arms. I did put Injora steel drive shafts on because I was just a little bit worried about this extra power. You saw me doing wheelies with this thing after I put that motor in for the first time. So it will crawl slow for sure, but when you blast the throttle, it will go fast. And this thing will handle a 3-cell battery, a 3S battery. So I think this is just a 2-cell LiPo, but I think this motor will run up to a 3-cell. So I don't know what it would do with a 3-cell in there. Probably do a backflip or something. So I might have to get one and try that out. But for now, we're good with what we got.